nothing. What you did is just warm up. Consider these efforts as warm-up exercises towards the main date. What's that main date? July 17. July what? 17. Don't leave from here and become complacent and go to bed and get satisfied that you turned out thousands today. What you've done today has demonstrated that you don't need police to regulate your behavior.
No.
You are showing that without police, you can be peaceful and orderly. So this sends a stronger message to the international community that there is no need for police presence for you to be told what to do. You are responsible, you are orderly, you are not violent. And sometimes police presence can provoke violence. It's not actions of protesters. That's why I'm glad that the chairperson has warned the police to refrain from violent action that could provoke a retaliation, but we don't want that. What is important is do not go to bed, go to work. From this day moving forward, every day, every minute, every hour, go to the communities. Don't go to bed, begin mobilizing the communities. Put your friends together, reach out to your relatives.
Speak, Chairman Waller, speak.
Reach out to your relatives. Make sure if there's a family member that has not been won over for July 17th, pursue them to be out on the street. Don't be satisfied and go to bed. In your community, if you're not part of a leadership, organize your own thing. And make yourself chairman, have a co-chair, have a secretary. If you're in a party structure, where was the party structure? Where was Zuna, district leaders, etc.? But don't sit down supinely and expect that July 17 will be successful without work. We need to work harder because we are talking 100,000 Liberians coming outside. Are you hearing? Don't only speak the seditious, reach out beyond the party. There are youths that are disenfranchised, that have been brutalized too, like today at the Ministry of Transport. The police, ladies and gentlemen, to peacefully protest, to peacefully assemble, and has granted full clearance and assurances for the protest on July 17 to proceed without obstruction. This outcome follows a high-level meeting held on July 11 at the Ministry of Justice, which brought together protest organizers, senior officials of the ministry, representatives of the Liberian National Police, and other stakeholders. During this meeting, security authorities reaffirmed their commitment to upholding civil liberties and pledged to ensure that the protesters are protected and not harassed. In response, protest representatives reiterated our commitment to a peaceful and orderly process, emphasizing the importance of preserving national peace and stability. The Inspector General of Police, Mr. Gregory Coleman, provided firm assurances that the Liberian National Police will remain neutral and professional and will take all necessary measures to safeguard the safety, the protection, and security of all peaceful protesters converging on July 17. Agreed protest routes and security measures. Agreed protest routes and security measures. As part of the security coordination, all protesters will march peacefully along Tottenham Boulevard through Cinco to Capitol Hill, and from Bourgeois Island through Broad Street to Capitol Hill. The Jalatown Road and UN Drive areas will be reserved for security operations and non-protester traffic. Meanwhile, All police checkpoints will be removed from the agreed protest routes on July 17, which goes to say police checkpoints along the route from Bourgeois Island or from District 17 through Point 4 Junction, through Locaton Cinema, through the Freeport of Monrovia, all the way through Vartown, Brell Street to Capitol Bypass. We see all police checkpoints removed in the same way that all checkpoints from Pingsville through the ELW Junction area, through SKD Boulevard Junction area, through Congo Town, through Cinco, through City Hall will also be removed. There will be no police presence along designated protest paths, and these actions are determined to ensure free and uninterrupted movement of all protesters. We call this a victory for the rule of law and civil rights. A victory for the rule of law and civil rights. This development marks a significant victory for democracy, the rule of law, and civil freedom, especially in light of recent years of restrictions and police interferences, and in some cases, brutalities against peaceful assemblies. The July 17 protest organizers commend all civil society organizations, youth leaders, and political actors, particularly the Youth League of the Congress for Democratic Change, for their unity and resolve in defending democratic rights throughout this process. This movement reaffirms that when the people stand united in peaceful demand for justice, accountability, and reform, the government has no choice but to listen and act accordingly. We now ask the government to remove state-backed provocateurs or be held responsible for any breach of the peace. Remove state-backed provocateurs or surrogate groupings that are threatening the rule of law and attempting chaos in communities where our volunteers and mobilizers are engaged with citizens. We caution the government of Liberia to immediately remove regime-backed counter-protesters and provocateurs from communities where our peaceful volunteers and organizers are engaging with citizens in preparation for the July 17 Enough is Enough peaceful protest. At the same time, we take note of the recent clarification by the Minister of Justice at the just ended meeting that was just concluded concerning the deliberate and the provocative actions of government-aligned individuals or surrogate organizations working with government, including notorious operatives and officials of the National Security Agency, NSA. These individuals have been linked to anti-peace and anti-democratic activities, including threats to deploy armed thugs into communities.
I'm back again on your favorite morning show, The Morning Ride on Cool 91.9, Cool Radio Online. Our YouTube channel too, our all of Kid News, Cool as well. All of these hotlines should bring you all of the information at your doorsteps, your business center. You're sitting there in your vehicle driving the time, in your offices, wherever. We say good morning to all of you. Welcome to this edition of The Morning Ride. It promises to be great this wonderful Monday morning. And you know, we got a couple of days to Liberia independence celebration, but we're also going to talk about this issue of the planned nationwide protest and the return of the president, because there have been misreaction. There are a lot of posts on the social media, and all of these things we have to dive into it and give some critical analysis that people get to know. They understand diplomacy, how sometimes these things work and how they play. all of the things will not just be seen on the forefront, but there are a lot of things that would normally take place behind the scene. But as usual, it's going to be great this morning. I'm Weekie Brooks, Ambassador Vice alongside T. Nicholas. Bartley is the man who controls the camera and sounds this morning on this edition of the Morning Ride from the city of Painesville, Montserrat County, Liberia. We are set to hear the authoritative voice of truth across the nation, where apologies are not given because facts supersedes all we discuss on this platform. It's good to have you joining us on the wonderful, wonderful day. You know, folks, we all want to be grateful to the Almighty God that we are back again on this great, great day to be here and make our contribution to the growth and development of our country, to have our people informed, where misinformation and disinformation all try to be corrected in the process, and we be tolerant as a nation of the people, be tolerant as political items, all of these things. But it's always good that we are certainly making sure Liberia gets better, because this is what we have, and we have to leave a better country behind for those kids who are born or unborn to move Liberia to the next level. There are a lot of challenges from the past to the present. It's not something so easy. You see on the faces of the people, you hear the cries of the people, the hardship, the issue of jobs, all of these things are reality. And we must be cognizant of those facts, that as a government of the people, these things must be addressed. It is amended on the matter that most often our governments in the past and present will come to power. But Liberians must not begin to elect people who their hopes and aspirations will be met and can be seen, and not people who will come fake and tell you exactly what you want to hear. But you have to take your time to critically scrutinize these people, that you have to start electing people of like minds, electing people that will meet your agenda, will meet the state agenda, and not the personal goal. We're going to talk about that more. And by the special grace of the Almighty God, our president and his entourage returned to the country over the weekend, and that was wonderful to have the president landed safely with his entourage after paying a state visit at the request of President of the United States of America, Donald Trump, and 4 other African heads of states, where some serious business meeting, trade, security were being discussed and not aid. Before the president left, Liberians were told, and it was seen on a lot of the major media outlets, that President Trump's invitation to these 5 African heads of states, they will go and discuss trade and security, and strengthen to some extent our bilateral tie. You know, America is one of our outstanding, long-standing partners. So the president honored that request. He went there, and he has returned. You know, sometimes ago, after the return of President Donald J. Trump, in his second term as President of the United States of America, caught what he called the USAID, the aid that they were helping other third world or war-torn countries where crisis, ravaged the country with a lot of internally displaced people or refugees. So the United States government, through these people, with the taxes, were having a lot of projects on hand, school feeding, helping hospitals around the world, supporting some humanitarian assistance, and a whole lot of things are being done, training people, and giving opportunities for jobs to be created, empowering farmers, and all of these things. And so in his mind, upon his return, he said, it's been a waste. Those who've been heading the project over the period of time, the taxpayer money is time to read that right and see how best. It's not just to give, but it's time to do the give and take issue. You sit on the table, and I sit on the table. What do you have? You want this for me? I want that for you. Let's do business. And some of the programs in Liberia and other parts of the world were closed, and jobs were being closed. As a matter of fact, our sector in Liberia hugely benefited from there, whether it be the media, the education, health, the judiciary, security, all of these things. There was a lot of support coming from a lot of the projects, and so we still want to be grateful that we had the time to do it. But with the lot of resources that we have in Liberia, it is time that we shut down the dependency syndrome and make use of the kind of resources that we got in this country. So it's not that we don't have it. We have it. But we must have the right people with the right minds in those positions to make use of the resources that benefit the people, and not certain individuals who will pocket and we think about themselves and the family and not the masses, where you don't think about the locals, where the resources been extracted from. You go there, you see the people are staying in the same condition over the years and years and years. We have the protests, block roads, burn tires before sometimes some of these things are addressed. Usually we hear people say this is an old age problem. Yes, but somebody must fix it. Somebody must see the need to have it fixed and put mechanism into place that sometimes we just don't be in the haste to give our resources to people to just extract, and we don't see the dividends in the lives of the people, because the people are the custodian. They are the owner of the resources in this country. Liberians are not one group of family or one group of people or one class of people. So, our society is so gullible, and sometimes the way we run with issue, the way we address issue, it's time we have to educate our folks, because the level of illiteracy in our country, there are a lot of folks that take serious advantage of the people. Like some of our young brothers who are motorcyclists, commercial driver, youth arics that you call Zogos, and all the different names you call them, because they have crossed paths with the wrong people, peer pressure, all of these things. They have taken falling prey to the consumption of harmful and dangerous substances over a period of time, where their homes were abandoned and sleeping in graves in the slums and other places. We need to get them back, build their capacity, rehabilitate them, reintegrate them into society to be meaningful and contributing citizens for the growth of Liberia. Whether it comes from Party A, Party B, Party C, this is Liberia we're discussing. So, you see a lot of folks who are intellectuals, claim to be intellectuals, people who are either supporter of a political party or who support a particular person in the political space of our country. They are all posting on the social media. We always try to turn some things in this country. We make things comical in this country, and we don't sit to properly analyze and look at it. Even some of the key political items are posting on their social media handouts, and some ordinary citizens too who support this person or support that party or writing, and sometimes they end up with invectives, insults. This person will be insulting this person's parents, this person insulting this person's political leader or political parties, and all of these things. Liberia and Liberians, it's time to wake up and make good use of the social media. A picture befitting our country. We have gotten so used to writing the negative things about Liberia to the extent that even if somebody from a opposition political party just give a clear picture or understanding of how they see things from the ruling party, he or she get attacked in the process. That you've been bought, you have dollarized, or taking your ballot in a wheelbarrow for little or nothing, and that's why you want to applaud government for any one legal step. And let me say congratulations to all of the Chelsea fans yesterday. You guys did well. Steve Costis, PSG were brought down to her knees, spent down, nowhere to turn. Congratulations to you for being world champion for all of the clubs around the world. That was wonderful. And to Ambassador Va, who is a lifelong supporter of Chelsea, I say congratulations to you, because you could not let my phone rest yesterday. So congratulations to you and to all of the Chelsea fans. So you see, folks, you have people after President Trump greeted the African leaders and have a couple of minutes for them to make their case and present the plot from their countries in a short statement, and those presidents went on to speak, and it was a turn for Liberia to speak, and our president spoke. And this is an English-speaking nation. This is one thing that Liberian people need to understand. This country, you see, is an English-speaking country. That's our major language, English. So we need not to dwell on that. We need to look at the real issues, because people have turned them so comical and are not really discussing what Liberia stands to benefit from the visit. What are some of those discussions that were done behind the scene? But you're talking about the president denigrated the presidency of Liberia by calling President Donald Trump sir. That's a form of greeting, respect. This is a traditional cultural country that you see people can even hold their hands and extend it to adults. Some will bend down, they knock their back. There are so many ways to greet people. So President Joseph Boaga was writing Donald Trump, he either put sir or his excellency, just like that. But we have seen that people with all of the intellectual skill and the knowledge they claim they have, running with this thing, talking about that good English we will eat, good English cannot build Liberia. Look at how we can stand low at times. You need to understand diplomacy. You sat right there when President Trump, you follow President Trump, say you speak good English, because there are a lot of folks on the table who don't speak good English. It just tells you, because if your president have gone over there and start speaking Gizi, and there is nothing to translate, you have had something else to wrongly ahead. We play politics with everything to the extent things that we should be anchored and eager to know what we stand to benefit, because taxpayer money were used, and these people are answerable to you. But you close your eyes to these things and blind your eyes just with politics. And that's what got us to where we are today. You heard the president say we got a lot of resources. You can come and take a survey and see maybe what you have an interest. Everything will not be on the camera. There are discussions that will be done behind the scene, sitting with the right people and making our dates when we will have further gathering or further meeting, or when you have a team coming to do some assessment or survey, and we sit all on the round table and say, look, okay, this is what we have. This is what we need. We need you. And you look at all of the areas. So, okay, we will have to talk to our investors. We will invest in this area. Whether real estate, transportation, or pharmaceutical, you know, that whole other thing, or into mineral, logging and all of these things, into fishery. There are a lot of things, agriculture. So this kind of discussion will always take interesting as well. You know, we got a lot of historical sites in this country that can bring back huge dividend and employ a lot of people. Tourism is one sector that can employ huge number of people around the world, and there are countries that are heavily depending on that when it comes to the issue of tourism. 50-60% of the budget, the GDP, heavily from tourism. Tourists going there. People enjoying themselves and going to historical places, nice resorts and all of these things. The hotels are making money, infrastructure being developed in the process. But I don't know where the other sense or thinking will come from with people in Liberia. That if a president of Liberia leaves to go to meet Donald Trump, meaning that he will come back, he or she comes back with one plane filled with dollars. Who does that? They will claim to be intellectuals. Every time I read these things, I get so ashamed of how we treat ourselves in the name of politics. Donald Trump invited the African heads of state. You go there. You think President Trump will just take the American people money and say, Liberia, 150 million, yeah, you'll carry with you. Guinea-Bissau, that's your own. Gabon, Senegal, take yours. So even if the US government will announce to Gabon 500 million, you must be able to read properly what sort of discussion. Gabon has our own case to make there. Mauritania has our own case to make there in terms of trade and security of all what they have. Equatorial Guinea, Guinea side have their own to make the Liberia. So you start to compare so quick. So if America told you that Gabon will receive 500 million, you think right away the president goes back to Gabon? Is it the next day going to be in plane coming? Diplomacy don't work that way. Trade agreement don't work that way. There are a lot of benchmarks, there are a lot of criteria you will have to reach. And you must meet it. So sometimes when these pronouncements are made, and we saw a lot of it happening in this country. We saw a lot of things happening in this country. There were a lot of pronouncements. But Liberians, how many of you ask, what's about the 50 million? They say, oh yeah, World Bank or Gary, what about the 100 million? This, what was the project? The people don't just give money like that. That's not one-man money. Donald Trump, as worthy as he is as president of the United States of America, the people of America don't respect him for that. They respect him because he's the president. And that's why political party in other countries, as rich as Donald Trump is, doing his campaign, they have to have rally. Funds were being raised. He did not say, I'm a billionaire and I got my friend 80 bucks. I'll just put my hand in my bank account and just run my campaign single-handedly. He represents a party. They institutionalize it. They don't personalize it. They don't build it around individual. Because you will come and go, the party remains. Even the U.S. Chamber of Commerce and say, oh yeah, maybe some Liberia have asked that the United States government can go to Liberia and make a survey on the mineral that country has. I think we will put our experts together, get there to see how we can be, much stronger when it comes to trade and security. What sort of discussion behind the scene? But you want the president, as soon as he arrived, he must address the nation. Came from the place, the message, he took the war, the post, Let us wait and see. It don't happen instantly. That's not an event. It's a process that requires a lot of things. Lot of things. You listen to President Trump during his campaign, that as soon as he returned to the White House, and then in one day, the war between Ukraine and Russia will stop. It has intensified. Sometimes you look at it from the outside, but inside, there are a lot of interplay. Send his good old friend, Vladimir Putin, can listen to him any longer, and Ukraine hands been tied because America put a halt on weapon supply. Joe Biden, as president at the time, supported Ukraine. The French president, Emmanuel Macron, and other Germans were able to give some ammunition, some, weapon to help against Russia. Now the U.S. government sent Russia have intensified a lot of missiles at the capital Kiev. So the United States government now is prepared to support Ukraine now. Zelensky and his government with weapons. You know how long it took? You know how many conversations? You know how many times Zelensky had to meet Donald Trump, both in and outside of America? Have to be talking because there are things that country you're discussing. You did the same thing to a former president, George Weah, in this country. When they were going to some of the summit, everybody there, when the former president met Joe Biden and he came back, when the photo went viral, circulating with champagne glass and all, everybody, oh, that photo will eat, that photo will eat. And after the president, our president, after they go to so many places they leave, the president is not just the only person that will be on the phone. The president has able lieutenants, people who are responsible to handle certain matters, and they brief the president on. You got embassies around the world. You got embassies out of the United States. You have, this country has a foreign minister that sends her the appointment, and she has hit the ground running, rebranding Liberia. We fought a deadly civil war, senseless one that took away lives, and we failed to prosecute people, and these people are still walking around. Nobody takes the money to any country where security is lacking and there is no issue for rule of law. Money let noise, especially when it comes to investment money. The people will be watching you, how you fight corruption. Who are those? If they are caught, how these people be handled? What happens? They will watch. They will go back to make research. At some point in time, when people feel agitated, they burn some of the company's equipment, block roads and this other things, and there were a lot of damages. So all of these things are things that you must fix, that things that you must be able to give the people a real guarantee that your money will be well protected. I mean, even those who are coming to invest, their security will be well in tight. The state will provide the necessary security that you will be protected all through. So some of the folks, you will see they look at your education system. Some come into the country, if agreement is reached, whatever way, whatever sector, some of them will come with a family and they want their kids to go to some of the schools in this country. And they'll be looking at the standard of the school. What they can offer, how comfortable those schools are for the kids. They look at your healthcare delivery system. If I fall sick today, where do I run? Which one of the hospital fully equipped to meet the present day reality if somebody is sick before being flown out of the country? Can I possibly drive my car 2-3 in the morning and don't get hijacked or risked being harassed? Do we have 24-hour energy supply, electricity, running water? Can I go to the bank at any time and use my ATM card and withdraw money? Can I go to the filling station at any time and gas or fuel my car? These are some of the things diplomats will sit on the table and think and ask you, and you will have to answer some of these things. You don't just start running around without reading properly and understand how these things work. These are some of the things. Accountability seems to be our problem. So if America tells you in the next 5 or 6 years, we are going to invest in agriculture in Liberia. We will produce rice that will be sold on the local market as well, will be exported. In Liberia, you will have this percentage, and we will have this. Okay? We will be producing tile. Said Firestone in Liberia. We now build 1 or 2 factories, not because it is in Firestone. You look at, you decentralize it. So we're taking a central Liberia. We will have a plan. Or we go into Nima, or we go into Grand Julian, Maryland, Grand Crew, and other places. You decentralize, and it goes along with development in that process. Because once the people move there, migration will take place. Some of the shops, just around the place, you see company around, people want to eat good food, they will start to upgrade. You find people building mini shelter, motels and hotels, start having some resorts, places of relaxation and all of these things. The local economy will get strengthened, will improve, and jobs opportunity will be created. The economy will be strengthened in that direction. You don't mind because you see presidents sitting across the table looking at one another's faces. It's just easy that when your other man ready to go to say, like you just wait to visit your friend ready to go say, oh man, get out man, $500, let me pay away. What country you discussing? So we must be eager to know what kind of discussion being held, and the president might not just be in the haste to make pronouncement and they come back hunting him tomorrow, or his team. They got to be sure that, look, we have reached this agreement, or we are at this stage. We need to see how it's going to work out. Then we look into it, what there for Liberia. Because then we got this, and not just in the name because we want America to come and invest. So we open up. And you see the United States is having discussion with some other countries in Europe, in Africa, and other places. Some of the deportees, people who are deporting, some of the people from El Salvador, or people from Peru or Venezuela and other countries who be in America or Mexico undocumented, or who have committed major crimes, they are sending them to a third country, because some of them, the country are rejecting them, because some of them are there for rape, armed robbery, murder, you know, and a whole lot. You look at a country like Liberia, you cannot even handle our criminals here, who are not even as sophisticated as people who in America who can, you know, carry on bank robbery or fraud. People who we hijack vehicle and take it to the next state, you know, rape, murder people who be behind bars, already serving, and you take them and send them to a country like Liberia. You take them, you send them to a country like Liberia. Where do you have to keep these people? What happens? I'm just saying something. What happens if such discussion being said behind the scene to Liberia? Say, look, if you want to have America's support, this is what we can do. We asked that you accept this amount of deportees. You send it into our society. What the security do we have? How many of you sit and think on these things? You just run on the social media. You claim to be intellectual. You heard the Nigerian foreign minister? What he told America? He said we will not be coerced to accept for no reason. We already got our own problems. We got folks here who are terrorizing our people, Boko Haram and all of these things. We still fighting them with the size of the population we got. Ethnic cleansing, all of these things, trouble, this and all of these things. Religious matter. Then we start to accept people who do not even understand our culture because we need money, we need help. Countries are standing up to the world superpower, not being very respectful, but respectfully disagree with them in that manner. So the president of El Salvador, he accepted, because President Trump said once you can accept as president for him, they will be spending certain amount of money on each one of the prisoners, and government will have a share of the, you know. So they open their arms. So you come to think about it, if Liberia we sit on the table and we had this offer to us that we will have to accept 500 undocumented Mexican or people from Peru, from El Salvador, from Venezuela, Brazil, and other places. What do? You take 500 men who have the capacity, the technical know-how to run a sophisticated country with all of the technology and rob banks, car hijacking, and come to a country like Liberia, where you see our money exchanger in the streets sitting. Sometimes you don't even see them because they put the money on the table or in the booth that covers them. And you guys can go. We got a whole lot to think about in drawing the picture for Liberia. There's a whole lot. And we need to get serious. And the tendency we have developed in this country, once somebody did this before, you must do yours. Once send the former president picture on fire, say, oh yeah, the man went, the man was joke, but then you find other people from the other side of the divide will be saying, I think we'll eat, and what will be the rule. So now it has turned to President Baga and Kun, the administration. So we are looking at these things and we play with these things. We fight to have the right people to get into these positions and make Liberia kids, to rebrand the image of our country. Do you know what damage there are folks who work in previous government caused this country? Are you aware, or even people who are currently in this government who are also damaging the image of this country? That the president is not aware of? What are they doing, knowing it or unknowing it? It's causing problem for Liberians. But we don't care about that. We care in the morning that people should wake up and just rain insults. See some of the lawmakers you elected, just look at their composure, their output. And these are some of the problems that we will keep facing. We will always be judged by decisions we made. You find somebody running to be representative or senator, he's in line with you. Anything you tell him or you tell us, you're in line. For the corruption, yes, we'll fight it. You capacity building, yeah, we'll do it. Everything is yes. But as soon as he or she gets to the position, it's a different ballgame. So we don't have the results because we divulge our expectation, hopes, aspiration, and love for community or counties or district, and their pleasure in one individual, and don't properly scrutinize these people. And so when they get there, in a short time, we are frustrated. We felt so much let down in the past. Today we're still seeing the same. And when you see some of the people who writing some of these things on the social media, good English will not build Liberia. So sad. Is that something that we should be discussing? What others see as a plus for Liberia? Oh yeah, say that, you know. But we still not want to properly dig deep and know exactly what Mr. President had to say behind the scene to President Trump, or who are those he met, or who are those been arranged that will come to visit Liberia for further conversation on whatever sector, whether it's the energy sector, agriculture, security, trade, and all of these things. Tourism, all of these things. Government cannot employ everybody. If you ever think so, you have to wake up from your sleep, because that is very impossible. Very impossible. We want to see Liberia better. We are not patient. We're quick to conclude. And we quick to hit things that we will roll all in the sand, in the water for. In split second, we no longer want it. And that's the reason why, if we don't change that mentality and don't work on ourselves in this country, we will elect leaders who will come with a very good heart for this country. But we change them overnight because we are people who never certify. We human, we will not be certified 100%, but there are areas you can lend support. That area you see appreciation. And constructively engage government. That's how other people are achieving in other countries. They are moving on critical national issues, not individual issues. They want change or changes in a country that affect the lives of everybody. That you can see that, yeah, the change has come. And not for one person to use 3, 4, 5,000 people and gain political relevance or and gain political goal. Use the people to change your lives. And they are still in the same position. You see, folks, it's a whole lot of things to talk about. That's why we're making the analysis. Liberians, to our motorcyclists, commercial drivers, other folks who do not understand what is called diplomacy. When you go visit your friends, some of the things you will discuss. How you will discuss what you got, what the person got, what you want from this person, what the person wants from you. Because there are a whole lot of things the person will be able to ask you. So sometimes you'll sit with the young brothers and mislead them. Just imagine sitting in the KK. A young man got in the KK. This young man brought a conversation up with another young man who was driving a KK and another older man. They all in one sense, in one direction. I just kept silent, listening to them. The money they used to bury Samuel Doe, former president, Toba, and other people, 17 to 20 million. I said, what? And I turned to you and said, young man, you know how much is first? You know how much is 200,000 United States dollars? I said, do you know how much is 500,000? Do you know what they call 1 million? And I said, where did you get this information from? That's how we mislead the people. And those guys, when they don't come in contact with the right people who will be able to break it down and give them the better education or information, they run with it. So at the end of the day, every time you say you want them to do something, they will support you because they think you are the only person who have been able to uncover some of the wrongs. That's how we have treated Liberia. You tell a man who never sat in a class, no formal or informal education, you tell him, you tell the man that, look, you tell the man, look, you know what happened? The people steal it. But you can't tell the man where the money coming from, who stole the money, only because probably you heard gossip. So you decide to take advantage of that young man or that young lady or the woman who sells the bitter bread and pepper and say, you know why you're suffering? You're suffering. You eat a market, the people buried somebody who died a long time. They're spending over $4, $5, $6 million and they can't even help you. So we're going to protest. You have convinced that old man, that old lady, that young man to park a motorcycle, to close or live with a market, and join you to go and protest. Because you have made sense to her. And normally they say, we don't let better thing. So the person in their mind think that, yeah, this can work. This will be good. So let's go there. We'll see. When we finish with them, they will know that say. All of these things are things that we need to make sure that we do not give the kind of a wrong information out to the people. The people running around just a few days. Because you know tomorrow is the start of the protest for STEM and other civil society groups. According to them, they will start on tomorrow and it ends on July 17. The president, I mean not the president, but the government of Liberia through the Ministry of Justice, they have legitimate the protest or the peaceful assembly, that they can peacefully assemble themselves. The assembly should just be peaceful, no noise, throwing of stones, and give the other people the space and the time to have the free way to go to, because not everybody will be involved into protest. There are folks who do not have interest in politics or do not have interest in what being discussed, sometimes based on those actors. In the words of Tewon Gonglo, shortly we'll go for our sponsor break. In the words of Tewon Gonglo, in one of his posts, he said, the young people or people in Liberia should not be misled by political actors, by all political actors in new costumes. Yeah. And he was being clear. He said, why the Liberian People Party support that the Constitution be respected and the rights of the people be given, that they have the right to a peaceful assembly, because it's a constitutional right that must be kept at all time high for the people to exercise. But he said, you must also look at some of the organizers are people who created the very same problem today, that they were part and parcel. They orchestrated some of the things that is currently being faced with Liberia and Liberians. They were there. What did they do about it? He said they would not wear new costumes. And we'll see it and clap for it. But it's time we go for our commercial. It's time we go for our commercial this morning. Alright, let me take this break this morning. Quickly, let me go for this one. And we'll be right back this morning.
The people that used to sell Mary Maga hot tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary Maga hot tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga hot tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga hot tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga hot tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga hot tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you complaining with your stomach. You say my stomach hurting, my mom my stomach hurting, my wife my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. The sexual weakness, you can't do your homework good, you come home working, or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework good. The woman tells you say bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women. They Mary Maga hot tea, they can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear. They Mary Maga hot tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Mary Maga hot tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back, my back hurting, pain in my back. Mary Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem. This Mary Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease and many more. Mary Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Mary Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
I just want to tell God, thank you for what Mary Maga did. Send your key here and start treatment. What was happening to me, I tell God, thank you. It's not happening again.
And what was happening to you?
I'll get sugar, I'll get pressure in my life. I've been taking treatment for 2 good years. The sugar can't finish, the typhoid, pressure, it be giving me hard time. But say I start taking a Mary Maga, I feel God, thank you. Now, when they do my pressure always normal now. The sugar, the way it used to go on, no way. I tell God, thank you. I live in Red in Bonafide, opposite Tissue Factory, the hair office that the player taking my treatment. I tell God, thank you. My body all right now, my body strong.
Mary Maga is a very good treatment, very good supplement. I've been taking it from the 16th, 17th, I would say the 17th of April. And from the 17th till now, I have seen a lot of changes in my health.
Okay.
A lot of changes. I always used to experience pain in my chest, my eyesight.
Okay.
I always used to see that clear, and when I start to take it, and always, what used to happen to me at times, I would just keep going in the bathroom, urinating, sometimes all night. Yeah, sometimes like in the night, that 7th time, I think. But I see a change. Instead of me going 7, I just go like only 1 time. And I sleep very sound.
Jesus.
To admit. Very sound.
Wow.
Yes. These are changes I have seen. And I was very, You yourself, you took notice of it. I was very big. I noticed I'm dropping.
Yes.
As I'm taking a supplement, I just keep seeing changes, and I feel freed. I feel free in my system. Yeah. These are some of the experiences I've had since I started taking it. It's a very, very good supplement.
My boyfriend, you have been 3 weeks when I came out. I did a small sickness the way it started.
How?
So when I came out, I said, look what you one. I didn't want telephone. I said, I'm going to see you.
Oh, didn't they come about Marie Maga baby?
Good. I'm very, very good. A woman said she will give me money to come buy every day. But I said, we'll be taking feeling. No. Therefore, saying when you sit down for long, a week back. Some of my friends tell me, but go ask the people why when you taking it, your friend, they can continue taking it.
Man, take it. The more you take it, it may be more fresh.
When I came for a push, I mean, I was pregnant. All to me, I was pregnant. I went to the doctor. They did my test, pregnancy. That's all you told me. I will give a brain. But to my surprise, when we married, they said they didn't see better. I started crying. My sister and I will go, people go, they play. Party. So Phoebe. Go Phoebe. We made a bit that you do me say developing growth. As you bring to 2,000 and then 1 pound of blood. Started crying. They said, but they don't cry. I said, I will cry. Teenager, very happy to me. Man call on the fan. My mother, she called on the fan. She said, baby, the people that can be all air when we go to them. To go far parking there. I look at okay. But one key, I will look at medicine first. I said, I just be drinking medicine. They say, but they don't give. I said, no problem. But when I get money to buy those, then I get money, I get small money will run back. Will come buy one to buy. I guess small money will come buy one to buy. One day now, we went back to the hospital. They put the checking, they say, but we not see anything that grow. We only need cleaning up. We need to bring your thing in for cleaning. I'm happy. So that why the medicine take for me.
How are you?
Fine.
Please tell me what the medicine actually do for you.
Right now, let me drink more, you see. Call me come on today. A call from here all the way on this Anna. Majority of the people that know me, they know why I can talk. I'm not prophet. No one is prophet for anything.
Yeah.
But I know what Sunday you go behind me, you see it be a line. The mercy is good. I don't want your risk to him or see the mercy. Let the person be free to buy it. Okay, powerful. The way that you can do the first thing, your arbor.
Okay.
Your arbor is faster to kill your arbor.
Right.
If you can see well, your arbor. I took my own yesterday.
Okay.
Why happy to me? Hey, my people that you try to buy the blessing.
All right.
It's good.
By the grace of God, that God I can praise.
Okay.
Then from there, I praise Marie Manga.
Okay.
Marie Manga, hot tea, it can work.
Okay.
When you take it the right way, it can work.
Yes.
And I want to encourage people to come from here to the office here to take Marie Manga.
Yes.
Because the pain I had on my side here,
Yes.
it helped it reduce.
Okay.
Marie Manga hot tea, I even went to a Lutheran church in Paris.
Okay.
I made them to understand that don't overlook Marie Manga hot tea. It can work. Please go there and
I tell God thank you for the Marie Manga company. I was sick, the chunk go out on my neck.
Okay.
I go all around, I was dying. All my people in my system were brown, deep brown. But after I met the Marie Manga people, when I took it in, I started drinking it, rubbing it on a knot that was on my neck. All the brown people that were in my system, everything turned clean. It draw the koa together. And the hacker a boss. Oh, I tell God, thank you. The medicine what you're seeing, so you don't overlook it. It can heal any kind of sickness. I'm so happy today. I tell God, thank you for Mary Maga people. You can sing that diabetes, TB, you want to menstruate, stomach hurting, back pain. You can when you take it in, you will be. You are there, God. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I just got thank you for Mary Maga. I just got thank you for Mary Maga.
Okay.
You see the leg? You see? No so.
Okay.
I just got
when I was sick, I've been spending money from hospital to hospital for that time. She almost died. I listen for my people in the king. And when I hear the news over air, I have brought her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call her, she was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people were coming here, gave me testimony.
All right.
So they embarrassed me. And that's when we were supposed to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. When they did testimony, people see what I want to do. Every time people when they come here for the medicine.
Okay.
So they medicine, but they're doing well. My Oma, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in your house. She was not coming outside, but now she got wash, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
When I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, God the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem. Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was working you? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Mary Maga Hot Tea, for some more money. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine is sold for $350 Liberian. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776 36 9805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. So rush now and you will live happily. The people are into selling Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine all over in Lofa, Nimba, and all of Bon counties. The people finally now settled down in Moserado County. The Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine here. People in Lofa, people in Bon counties have been buying the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine. People with terrible sicknesses, and most of them have been healed and been giving testimony about the Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine and how good it is. Finally, the people now settled down in Moserado County here. In Moserado County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafan, opposite Makumba Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Mary Maga Hot Tea people. They're going to be sending the Mary Maga Hot Tea to you. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine, that's more money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. This medicine they call Mary Maga Hot Tea can take away or kill all kinds of sicknesses, and some of the sicknesses that a Mary Maga Hot Tea medicine can kill are typhoid fever. Every time you're feeling cold in your body, you're feeling sick, infection, stomach complaint. Every day you're complaining with your stomach. You say, my stomach hurting, my mom, my stomach hurting, my wife, my stomach hurting. Even women that cannot see their period, the medicine they call Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it. A sexual weakness, you can't do your homework go, you come from working or you go somewhere, you come back home, you can't do your homework go. Your woman tells you say, bad limit man, sexual weakness in both men and women, they Mary Maga Hot Tea, it can cure it. Numbness in the body, eye problem. Every time you complain with your eye, you can't see clear, they Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it, it can cure it. Also, every time you complain with your stomach boiling, you can't eat pepper, you can't eat this one. Also, the Mary Maga Hot Tea can solve it. It can cure it. Rheumatism, back pain. Every time you complain with your back my back hurting, pain in my back, Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure it. Diabetes, the sugar problem, this Marie Maga hot tea can cure it. Skin disease, and many more. Marie Maga hot tea medicine can cure all these problems. Here are some of the testimonies of people that Marie Maga hot tea medicine has cured, and today they are free and living happily.
I just want to tell God, thank you for what Marie Maga. Send your key here. I start treatment. What was happening to me, I tell God, thank you. It's not happening again.
And what was happening to you?
I'll get sugar, I'll get pressure in my life. I've been taking treatment for 2 good years. The sugar can't finish, the typhoid, pressure, it be giving me heart attack. But since I start taking a Marie Maga, I feel about thank you. Now, when they do my pressure always normal now. The sugar, the way it used to go on, no way. I tell God thank you. I live in red in Bonafide, opposite tissue factory. The hair off it and the play, I'm taking my treatment. I tell God thank you. My body all red now, my body strong.
Marie Maga is a very good treatment, very, very good supplement. I've been taking it from the 16th, 17th, I would say the 17th of April. And from the 17th till now, I have seen a lot of changes in my health.
Okay.
A lot of changes. I always used to experience pain in my chest, my eyesight.
Okay.
I don't used to see that clear, and when I started to take it, and always, what used to happen to me at times, I would just keep going in the bathroom, urinating, sometimes all night. Yeah, sometimes like in the night, that 7th time, I think. But I see a change. Instead of me going 7, I just go like only 1 time. And I sleep very sound.
Jesus.
To admit, very, very sound.
Wow.
Yes, these are changes I have seen, and I was very. You yourself, you took notice of it. I was very big. I noticed I'm dropping.
Yes.
As I'm taking the supplement, I just keep seeing changes, and I feel freed. I feel free in my system. Yeah. These are some of the experiences I've had since I started taking it. It's a very, very good supplement.
Okay. Our friend, you have been 3 weeks when I came back. Our dad is small sickness the way it started. How? So when I came back, I said, we go to tell one. I didn't want to telephone. I said, I'm medicine. Oh, didn't they? They come about Marie Maga baby. That medicine is very, very good. A woman said she will give her money to come buy everything. But I say I've been taking few, no. That's what I say when you say that for long a week back. Some of my friends tell me, but we'll ask people why when you taking it, your friend, they can continue taking it.
Ma, take it. The more you take it, it will be more fresh.
When I came for in the bush, and then I was pregnant. All to me, I was pregnant. I went to Toma. They did my test, pregnancy. That's all you told me now, I will give April. Or to my surprise, when we married, they didn't see better. I started crying. My sister and I will go, people go, they play. After. So Phoebe. Go Phoebe. We made a bit, I don't do me say developing growth. I should bring 22,000 and then 1 pound of blood. Started crying. They say, but they don't cry. I said, I will cry. Teenager, very happy to me. Oh, my call on the fan. My mother, she called on the fan. She said, baby, the people that can be all air and when we go to them. They go far parking there. I had to get okay. But one key, I will look the medicine first. I said, I just be drinking medicine. They say, but they don't give up. I said, no problem. But when I get money to buy those, then I get money, I get small money will run back. Will come buy one auto bar. I guess small money will come buy one auto bar. One day now, we went back to the hospital. They put the checking, they say, but we not see anything that grow. We only need clean it up. We need to bring your thing for all cleaning. I was happy. So that while the medicine did for me.
How are you?
Fine.
Please tell me what the medicine actually do for you.
Right now, let me do small, you see. Call me come out today. A call from here all the way on this Anna. Majority of the people that know me, they know what I can talk. I'm not prophet. No one is prophet for anything.
Yeah.
But I know what thought Sunday you go behind me, you see it be a line. The mercy is good. I don't want your risk to him or see the mercy. Let the person be free to buy it. Okay, powerful. The way that you can do the first thing, your arbor.
Okay.
Your arbor is faster to kill your arbor.
All right.
If you can see well, your arbor. I took my own yesterday.
Okay.
Why happy to me? Hey, my people that you try to buy the blessing.
All right.
It's good.
By the grace of God, that God I can praise.
Okay.
Then from there, I praise Marie Manga.
Okay.
Marie Manga, how tea, it can work.
Okay.
When you take it the right way, it can work.
Yes.
And I want to encourage people to come from here to the office here to take Marie Manga.
Yes.
Because the pain I have on my side here,
Yes.
it helps it reduce.
Okay.
Marie Manga hot tea, I even went to a Lutheran church in Paris.
Okay.
I made them to understand that don't overlook Marie Manga hot tea. It can work. Please go there and
I tell God thank you for the Marie Manga company. I was sick, the chunk go out on my neck.
Okay.
I go all around, I was dying. All my people in my system were brown, deep brown. But after I met the Marie Manga people, when I took it in, I started drinking it, rubbing it on the knot that was on my neck. All the brown people that were in my system, everything turned clean. It draw the goa together. And the hacker a boss. Oh, I tell God, thank you. The medicine what you're seeing. So you don't overlook it. It can heal any kind of sickness. I'm so happy today. I tell God, thank you for Marie Manga people.
Thank God.
You can sickness, diabetes, TB, you want get menstruate, stomach hurting, back pain. You can when you take it in, you will be. You are tell God, thank you.
Thank you very much.
I tell God, thank you for Marie Manga. I tell God, thank you for Marie Manga.
Okay.
You see the neck? You see? No so.
Okay.
I tell God,
When I was sick, I've been spending money from hospital to hospital for that time. She almost died. You same for my people and the kid. And when I hear the news over here, I have broke her. Well, I tell God, thank you. She well. And even my auntie, they call her she was saying she was not working good. She was in the same church. And when I told her, people they come here, gave me testimony.
All right.
So they embarrassed me. And that's when we were going to play with. Even my mother had testimony because she was not working, she was not talking. But they did testimony. People see what I want to do. Every time people were going to come here for the medicine.
Okay.
So they medicine, but they're doing well. My mama, yeah, she was not working. Our baby in the house. She was not coming outside, but now she got washed, she go in the bathroom, she pay for sex. She was not ever asking people.
Well, I was suffering for 7 years, going up and down, no way. When I heard about you, I go to Foya about the medicine from Senga, buying this medicine. I'm feeling healthy than the way I was before. So my people who listening to me, the medicine, the good medicine, that make me to be alive today, got the first, second this medicine.
So what kinds of sickness you are suffering from?
Our foot problem.
Foot.
Yes, my foot problem.
Okay. How long that was Hamburger? You said 7 years, right?
7 years.
Okay, thank you. You are welcome.
I'm well now.
Rush now and buy this medicine, Marie Manga hot tea, for small money. The Marie Manga hot tea medicine is sold for $350 $. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. In Montserrat County here, Monrovia, Liberia, the people, when you go to Bonafide, opposite Makumba, Bendu Tissue Factory, right beyond the block factory, you will see the people office that they Marie Manga hot tea people. They're going to be sending the Marie Manga hot tea to you. For more information, you can call the following numbers: 0777 444 591, 0770 913361 and 0776369805. And if you want to buy this Mary Maga hot tea medicine, that's small money. The whole week, 7 days dose is just 5,600 LD. If you buy the medicine here, you take all of the dose, my sister, my brother, all of your sicknesses you've been suffering with gonna be cured. And so rush now and you will live happily.
Folks, welcome back to this edition of the Morning Ride. You can go there in Bonus. Find the folks out there. They will certainly help you. Some of you who've been suffering from some of these sicknesses for a long period of time, some of you listen to some of the testimony, you can go there and ask the folks, explain to them exactly what you've been through and how things are. They are currently in full counties. They in Zozo, Vonjima, Lofa County, in Bangabon County, Ganta, Nima, and in Painesville as well, Central Monrovia. So the guys are there. Kumba Benu Tissue Factory in Bonus Farm Community, opposite the Black Factory. Get there and explain all of the problems or some of the problems you've been going through, and they will surely help you, tell you exactly the do's and the don'ts. This is Liberia owned, it was not imported. It's made right here. It's a herb. The supplement is there with measurement. It will tell you and teach you how to do it. Go there, you'll thank us later. So folks, we like to say welcome back again. And we say our hearts and prayers are with the Nigerian contingent in Liberia. Nigerians who are residing in Liberia and also Liberia as one of our long outstanding partners for the loss of your former President Muhammad Buhari, who died in London at age 82. But such a great man, we say never mind for such a great loss, and to the continent as well. So that's it. He has fought a good fight. It is time to go and take his rights. So back to what we were discussing. So what happened here? The president has returned. The argument being, the president returned with his hands swinging, and we're only praised for good speech, good English. And Liberians with mixed reaction saying, so what are the good English? We build our bureau of the good English. Liberians will eat. Good. We were able to lay out to some extent how the more diplomacy work, how some of the things will be played behind the scene. There are things you can just accept all of the offers or demands that come from your partner because you think you need to put food on the table for your family or you need to create jobs for the people. But what sort of job are you creating for the people? So we need to look at all of these things. In the midst of that, tomorrow, the protest, long talk about protest in Liberia and from other groupings who now want to see or to make sure that Liberians are a quarter due process. So the Ministry of Justice, the arm of government there, and the Liberian National Police, they have officially endorsed and I'm giving a go-ahead to the much publicized protest, to go ahead that the title, enough is enough. And this protest is organized by the Solidarity of Trust for a New Day stand, which is chaired by former CDC Chairman Mobile Molu, and being endorsed by the ruling Coalition for Democratic Change and several other opposition political parties and civil society organizations. Enough is enough. That's good. Genuine call. But we've been following some of the other folks in Liberia who have seen that we need to have strategic engagement with evidence-based facts on some of these things that you are going to protest for, which is your constitutional right. But there are some who also believe that the organizers must also be able to manage protesters to meet their objectives. Because in the absence of that, if anything goes wrong, you will have yourself to blame, or you will answer to the Liberian people, because the government have given you the green light. It tells you you have all of the right and the protection for the national government, and government is now under obligation to make sure people who are going out there to protest are Liberians. And the government at all times must be able to provide security for them and guide them in the process. So when you're out there tomorrow, day after, or whatever, and you've been told to move this way, please understand that you are not the only group of people entitled to the streets. There are folks who will be there for their private businesses. Some will be there going to school. Some will be going to hospital or clinic. Some are domestic or servants. They work at homes, at various homes in Liberia. And so you will see some of these things coming up. But when you start to put or resisting, and we don't want to see people saying, oh yeah, we cancel Petra, we will do counter protesting. No. That was something that was wrong yesterday. That was something that was wrong yesterday. There should be no counter protest. And people should manage how they speak out on some of the issues. Who knows? Probably that many people to time, this matter could be cut off, where government will reach some agreement with some of the issues, like in the words of Councillor Kani Bagbala. He said, a protest over the years have not helped us. We have not achieved the intended goals, but rather people will carry bodily wounds at their homes and all of these things, scars, and some are still suffering from it. Some of you are witnesses when things go wrong and you come in conflict with the law's enforcement officers will have to put order and restriction that you work in the confine of the law. Councillor Terrell Gongler is saying these things are genuine core, but there's a way around. And two, you should not be misled by all political idols who themselves were the one who orchestrated the suffering and things that people are talking about today. But they want to wear new costumes and go dance at the market square or wherever, you know. Yeah. The bigger one change the style, but you gotta change the costume. Everybody knows who the bigger usually wears. So that's what he's saying. He said it's good, and his party will distance themselves from any such protest, especially with some of the organizers who yesterday, that today things that they are calling for were the very same people who should have changed it. And they were there and remained tablet, but sat in key position to control the people. Today they are back as advocates. So what happens if we get to 2029? Will they get out and go back and wear the political garment? Yeah, it's your right. But you cannot keep flip-flopping every time. You must be stable to meet the goals, to meet all of the objectives. And national government should have a listening ears to the cry and the plea of the people. That say, oh yes, these people request a genuine. The issue of corruption. Liberians have cried so long on this issue as it relates to the fight against corruption. Cultural impunity, rule of law, all of these things are things, when you do not control it, you will not have the chance and the means to invest or to attract investors. But this assembly should not be used as a mean for somebody to show that they got the numbers. We have seen Liberian politicians who hide under the sleeves and use the people for the selfish and personal gains, of which a lot of them been able to achieve it over a period of time. And when they get there, the very thing that they will advocate for, you find these things sometimes it get worse. And you still see the people in the hardship. 12 years you watch people in poverty. You watch people in the slums. Under the regime of the former President Ellen Johnson, the Unity Party first term. You advocated. You were given the space 6 years. You left them in the same position. You've gone back to advocacy to get them out. What did you do with the time you sat over there? That's what the question we always were asked. We have to be honest to ourselves. So some of you who are turning out tomorrow, a day after, whatever day, you should be asking yourselves, are these people realistic? Are these people real? Are these people being honest to the cause? Is there a fight that they are sincere and worth fighting for or dying for? Or they are doing it that they, at the end of the day, behind the scene, they go to collect the package and come back and tell you, government says she will do this, she will do that, so you have to remain posted. We'll let you people know when government fail to do it, they will take the money or whatsoever gifts, whatsoever handshake behind the scene. They'll be out of here. Go enjoy themselves. When some of them broke and can't turn anywhere to get the money and understand and read the language that our leaders understand. And you come with so many threats. And you know you got some leaders. We got a lot of folks from other countries who are residing in Liberia. We cannot put them in harm's way. So government at times say, look, gentlemen, you don't sit on the round table. Let's have the kind of discussion. How do we move on from here? But we don't want, for any reason that you claim that you support, you so much love the Unity Party, that you yourself will have to put your group together to get into the street. It's counterproductive. That will be counterproductive. And it will not be healthy for us. And we are also talking to those who will be protesters that will be out. Keep away from people's businesses. Your protest, you go into protest, do not disturb people who are moving from one angle to another. These people deserve to have the free movement, just how you think it is your political right or constitutional right to go out there and peacefully assemble. Those same people also on the other side deserve all of the right when it comes to free movement. They should not be denied in any way. There are folks who will be going out of this country. You will not obstruct them because there should be a flow of traffic, people going to the airport to do their check-in, and because of you, they will not have to reschedule because they don't have the money. There are some who will be going to hospital for medical attention. People will be in labor pain and all of these things. There are folks who will be going to school, people will be going to work. So when they say protest, in no way means it should be violent. But you must just be within the confine of the law. So there are a lot of mixed reaction. The CDC Youth League have already endorsed this protest. There are other folks who have also, yes. You know, this is somebody called a major call for government not to overlook. Some of these things are things that government can sit and have discussion. But when people use the poverty-stricken people to gain their political relevance, or wanting to regain the political status, or want to be seen as a force to be reckoned with, sometimes some of these things are done intentionally for somebody folk to say, okay, let me take this short break quickly and be right back this morning.
Thank you very much.
And how are you doing?
Well, thank God, I'm pretty well and happy to be here at this time.
I guess this may be your first radio appearance since your appointment. Am I correct?
Yes, you are quite correct.
Okay. A lecturer for one university and being elevated as a president of another university. I mean, how does it feel?
Well, it is a state of transformation in life that one must be prepared for. It is real that I served the Cotton University over 12 years. Of the 12 years, 2 of the years were used in administration, where I served as Associate Vice President for Student Affairs of the Cotton University. At that time,
right to the song there in the back, but it's a nice piece by guitar. He called it That You, Papa, that you made us, that you got us where where we are today. So folks, so these are the talking issues this morning, and we'll now go to the lines to have you making your own say on some of these things that have been discussed. And you speak and speak with civility. The meaning, let us watch what we say, have to say, but we want to say to all of you, hope you know, go for the right reason, and let's talk to this caller on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, how are you doing?
Please go ahead quickly.
Yeah, Melvin Davis calling from how people start to act in the community. The same people that were there yesterday, who LIBERIA, will be the same way again to exact people correct in the street tomorrow. Nothing they did for all yesterday. But we have to stay in our houses, talk to God Almighty. There is nothing hard that He cannot do. Our speak to this to go to our brothers from the ghettos, to our brothers from in the graveyard that lost hope and got nothing they can do for their lives again. No one should go in the street here tomorrow thinking about going to go harass people in the name of the going to go protest when police handle you. That is to you straight to Boniwi, Sobi, or Grandchildren. We tired with the kind of stuff in the country.
Okay, thank you, my brother. Let's talk to other callers. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning, Weekie and Natl.
Yeah, go ahead, sir. Make a point.
This morning, I just called this morning to check to our young people. This one, the crop protest, every day and night, the thing the crop protest is not good for our country. If you see the kind of condition that we live in and other people live in, like the previous caller was saying, if you go in a ghetto and see how the young people living life, the money that they have to organize protest, they should take that money to go in the ghetto to do good things for those people, take them out of the ghetto, carry them to hospital, carry them to rehabilitation centers, and see how best you can treat them and bring them back in the society, but not to organize protest. And whenever you organize protest, you bring those people out, they will be vulnerable, they will be there to destroy other things. just because of our own selfishness. So I advise all the young people to stay away from protest. The people will not help us. Let's think about our future. Thank you.
Thank you for being part of the conversation. Let's talk to this caller. Good morning.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Property depend on civil and passport district now most of our country. Mr. Brooks, I want to say thank you very much for you guys during this week in the station. You guys are always there to bring up fascinating information, so I want to commend you guys very well. But let me say this. I don't know what protest this day is looking at to others. Because our constitution gave us the right, yes, indeed, elect the way you're placing. Yeah, in a sense that the right is given to you, but you shouldn't go extra mile because other people will be having a free movement. Other people be traveling, yes, I like the way you said it. But my disappointment to others, including you, yesterday, protest were endorsed by some guys, by some other journalists. And the protest went on. It was the first historical day in our country to see people carry copper sausages at the executive mansion to cook. That was not, it was not castigated by people. But today, people want to castigate protest who Liberia want to, exercise the franchise to say that their government is continuing to bring hard poverty that the URA in children now is 2 and 4. Then people will be talking. Right now in my district, we are making efforts. If we district number 9 people we endorse our protest, we will march peacefully to go petition our government and urge everyone who will be going there, please do not
go pay for announcement. You say you see, this is the problem.
You know you're disappointed.
I don't have a problem with that because maybe understanding English might just be his problem, but I don't think I have a problem with that. So I will not bother him for his understanding. Everybody got their own way of understanding issues. So you now keep people in your party telling you that you're only misstepping, then you still not going to them. You lie. Let me talk. You have to be attentive. Good morning. Let's hear you.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing this morning?
Yeah, Joseph.
Yeah, this is Joseph Primo. I join you from Bravo this morning, Brooks. Yeah, you know, the protest, that the people has a right to protest. In my mind, honor our constitution, people must move freely. Article 13, Article 17 must be observed. But mind you, why your right stop, another person right beginning from there. You shouldn't be free other people not to go to work, not to go to the market, not to do other things. Let people move free. They see when they gave you the right to protest. Another article of the constitution gave the people the right to move freely. You don't block it. Because many things about protest, that's how it looks like. People will block, they say when the protest is not good or is good, that means you block somebody from going to work. You block the road from cars supplying. You block the road from people going to the market, meaning the protest will already, people that go to work, we barricade the whole entire country. We know. More peacefully, one person can protest. Just put your black hat, let the message go, that's all. And to the rescue team, the United Party guys, I supported this rescue team, truth and the banning from the FPP. I don't want something you call counter protest. I don't like it. Because why? We know what happened during President Wiata. Somebody was naked. Yeah, they beat them, counter protest. So you came to correct the mistake. You're not going to do the same thing. We don't allow it and we don't agree with you today, we don't do it tomorrow. Why you never do your appreciation? Only the day they put protesting? No. Let people stop. Let more there, whosoever are in authority. Let the party people, let the people to go ahead. Because the people make a mistake, the same thing they did to peaceful, and you want to do it. Thank you.
Yeah, you certainly are welcome. That's why we said earlier on some of these things was wrong yesterday. Let it not be repeated today. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
You're welcome.
Yeah, my name is Faya Davis and I call from Wako.
You're welcome.
Yeah, let me take the time to appreciate the government for them to allow the people to peacefully assemble. And that is the beauty of democracy. So to the protester, I'm begging you people now. The government I agree for you people to peacefully, assemble to, to demand to your government. But from the other protests where you people say that they were giving water and all of those things, and the people were organized, they didn't go on the street and violently to start disturbing people things. So that's the only way the government will be friendly with you. So I'm begging you people, please, the same way the other people conduct themselves before, you people should conduct yourself. You go one place, you play music, and anything that you people want to say to the government, you can say it. And I got a message for you people, because you people say that the protest will be for rule of law. Please, I will not be there, but I want you people to please carry the message. The people that were killed in a car to Broad Street, I beg you, don't ask the government for spirit record or how they call it, or judgment for them. The missing boys, please, you ask them. The 16 billion, the 25 more, all of these things are something that affecting LIBERIA, and you people say that thing that affecting LIBERIA, that why you people going to protest for. So I'm begging you people, me that my own message that I will not be there, but you please deliver my message. Thank you people.
All right, we hear you. Good morning. All right, don't hold the lines if you want to be part of the conversation. Let's talk to our callers. Good morning.
Good morning to the two ambassadors.
Yeah, please go ahead.
This is Joseph Tambar, and I'm from District 6, Maswaro County. I appreciate you, Mr. Brooks, for your discussion on the topic this morning. You spoke like a patriot, and indeed a patriot. Why is truth that it is under a constitutional mandate for the free will of the people? But I want to send this caveat to the protesters and the organizers. Please take complete control of the carries that you are carrying, because we have understood and we have observed some of the protests have been ongoing. Most recently, when we saw protesters throwing stones at the police at the other stage, and we don't want the repeat of that again, because we don't want chaos. We don't want our peaceful Liberians who have future, who will be future leaders tomorrow to be armed. One thing I'd like to add to the caller that just left the line is to add a voice to the protester to out in their accounts to submit to the national legislature for the speedy recovery or for the speedy investigation of the 25 million mop-up exercise. In addition to that, the recent report or the missing rights that was sent by the Saudi Arabian government to the Liberian government, let them add to that submission to the national legislators to that particular report for a speedy investigation. Because we understand those leading stands. The former chairman of the Congress for Democratic Change, he told us before that the ex-president went and lobbied and collected money and used it for his own account. So we want to add, let them add to that in the report that the former president gave an account of funding that was donated to this government by the past regime. And he also said that the former president used the wives or his ministers and had an affair with them. So we need investigation into that also. So while it is true that we want them to go and protest, but please let them leave other people's vehicles. Let them clear way for other people who have the free will to move. And let them not be the first to throw stone. Let them follow the instruction of the police. You don't have to protest on the main road. So if they tell them to use the Jonathan Barrow Road, let them be in accordance with the Liberia National Police to have a smooth and so have a peaceful protest. Thank you for the platform and thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you for being part of the conversation, and we certainly here this morning. So, Liberians, it is your right to go out there, and we hope, like we said, the party folks who are planning counter protests, that is not good, and it would be very much counterproductive to get into any eye. It's something that we all must look at. There are people who are engaging for a meaningful dialogue into this matter. Good morning.
Good morning to my two great ambassadors.
Yeah.
Thank you this morning
Please, I don't want to go to come on the platform. I know you have praise. I want to pass it. Tell them again. I hold you people responsible because yesterday a wrong was done and then you put no flag it up. Look, if you have been following this radio station from former President Weah time to now, those people doesn't have the truth. When the government does wrong, they talk about it. When government do the right thing, they talk about it. So, to our people that are going for the protest, let me add my voice to the many voices. Those are some of the counts I would love for you to present to the government. A spirit trial of our tumor that will bring down our 16 billion. Why is the account of it? Our 3 missing boys. What is the account of the investigation? The 25 million more for Samuel Tour, according to him, went down Wolosa a share on money changes. What is the outcome of that investigation? Please, don't lay those things down before government. Please.
All right, thank you. We appreciate it. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, please.
Good morning, Weekie bro. And to those who learn, I call for spoken at my restaurant. My name is Natl. The Constitution provides for a peaceful protest. The Constitution of this people also provides for the movement of peace and law other people. And so, what we advise chaos. We don't want people. Go and protest, let your people, and don't allow political actors to use you for their goal. You know what I've happened to you for the people of time, and even now forever. It's never you have your choice to make. If this is what you always do, you always do. But let it be. Thank you.
Yeah, and just for the record, it is not our responsibility to tell people go protest or tell people not to protest. We are there to guide you with the information, to tell you your constitutional right. Because many of you that want to scare people, the mobilization you carry on, you don't provide the education. You don't even tell the people the right from the wrong. You don't tell them the do's and the don'ts. You don't tell them when you're out there, these are things you must be able to compose yourself, and that's how you should conduct yourselves. You just go and sell the message, oh, the people corrupt, the people stealing, the people killing people, so going there want to come into any kind of thing. You just pass on, but you will not tell the people. The same way political parties can treat you. We're not giving you the information. Do not even tell you the political party constitution, the bylaws and constitution, what you can do as a member of this party, what you can do. So you have shut it down to the communities, down to schools. You people are pouring dissemination information. Your honor is deliberate that you people will have to do these things. You tell the people in the constitution that they're right. But may I understand that no part. If you look in the constitution, it talks about assembly. No protest there. But we all can accept these things because when people are agitated and advocating for something, when they turn out, we're no problem. But they tell you, you cannot be violent. You get there, that's how they're going to protest. People going to do their private businesses. I need somebody to be a monopoly. We'll see. So you yourself gotta be watching people who are among you people. So when you go in a community, say you want to mobilize, self the evidence base.
And let you talk about education. Are they aware of the principal objective of their going out? Because they should be aware. They should be educated. We're going out of group. That's the reason we're going for. But if everybody divided on why they going, that's how you see things happening.
That's what Councillor Tewon Gongolo said. Why it is true he support the rule of law, he support the issue of citizens forcing on the issue of corruption, embezzlement, and all of these things, police brutality, and all of these things. He support it and to uphold the constitution, and people keep the government feet to the fire.
Sure.
But Liberians should not be misled in his right now. Liberians should not be misled by political actors who orchestrated the very suffering today that they won't go and put people together in the street. So his party cannot. He said some of the organizers, read their history. When you read, you will not go to join it because they had the chance to change them, but rather what the current government going through were orchestrated by some of them yesterday.
Sure.
So the present government be confronted with some of the actions. While it is true, this government feet should be kept to the fire to make sure the right thing done. Khaled Baba, the stalwart of the CDC, the campaign spokesperson in 2023, he also said similar thing. He said, look, protests are getting us nowhere. What we need to do, we should be strategic and have strategic engagement and evidence-based protests. What are some of those things you need to put before the government? Because you must have evidence. Because if you just do corruption vague, all the people corrupt, but you can't deliver one paper to the people. You say, no, the people doing the killing. Who you saw them killing? You know you got so because the level of illiteracy in the country, you see people just take advantage of our people. They put them in the street for their personal gain and use them in
even now all the allegations people making it just say openly. There's one part corruption.
But the same thing happened with the past government. The same thing happened with the past government. People, there was huge allegation on it. And some of the facts that are coming on that is because the GSC is conducting some audits. Some of the past people get hooked up into it, and people in the current government get hooked up into it. Those are evidence-based things that you can hold and say, Mr. President, audit was conducted. Like for 3-4 ministry or agency, the reports are available. What is your action? These are things, Mr. President. International investigation was done. That people, armless civilians were killed point blank. These are the things. We need investigation into this matter. We gotta change the mentality, the narratives. That old 1968 form of protest has to change.
It never help.
It has to change.
And let's say this clear, to be frank with you. It's your right to go out there, but just know that while you are going, there will be people arrested because some people may not conduct themselves right. It has happened before. It happened before, and don't doubt that it won't happen. So it's also a caveat out there to people that you should put yourself in the best practice. While you say that it's your right, do it rightfully.
In matter of fact, the only people I know I got total control over to tell you don't go be part of something why I know they will not have a positive outcome are my children. Because they are the ages they are right now, I got control over them. Above 18, they can make their own decision whether they see they need to join into it. But I don't have no right. I never one day sat on radio and encourage people to go protest or not to protest. I only help you that look, when you are there, you got to follow instruction from the police. Other people will be going places. Myself will be going somewhere, and while people protesting, and I'll be denied the kind of a free movement. Anything can happen in the process. So you have to learn to understand these things. That's why the government of Liberia have given clear mandate and go ahead to the people who organize the protest. You go ahead and do it, but you just know that other folks who will be going where you're going or where you're coming from, please allow them have a free way to pass too. Don't go there and be mindful and observe some of the people who will be mixed up with you people. But let's go for this message. Be ready.
My daughter Kumba, how is the business today? Well, your face, how are you looking so? Like you thinking about something?
And now it's on me. I'm going to plenty things. So I tell my pay the next day. I'm telling you, all the money can check go tell that my children's school fee, hospital money, rent, my own say small thing and say nothing. I can do anything good for myself.
Amen.
Then to make matter worse, I try to put small money in lay business to go out of the country. But to find foreign currency, I can just be running around. It's too bad like that. Things how I am stressed.
Yeah. Anything you don't know is bigger than you for true, yeah?
What you mean now, Patroni?
Kumba? On March 27, 2025, the Central Bank of Liberia launched the National Financial Education Program for people then like you.
The National Financial Education Program?
They finished putting it outside. That is they call launch. And that President Joseph Newman Boaka said launch the program for the whole country.
Okay. So what the program will do for person like me now?
The program will solve your problem, my daughter.
Tell me something.
The financial education program will help people like you, Kumba, to understand how to take care of your money Google.
Yeah?
Yes. It will show you how to set financial goals, how to budget your money, how to save part of your money after you take pay, how you can turn some of your money around in business for it to grow.
What?
Yeah. So after taking pay, you can't be broke again.
That good thing, oh, Patroni.
Yeah, oh, Makumba. The Central Bank of Liberia will work with plenty other government offices then like Ministry of Education, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Gender and Social Protection, and other groups then like the Liberia Marketing Association to make sure you're the women and girls manage your money Google.
Oh, yeah. That is very good.
Yo. Now, this financial education get many steps.
Tell me about them, Patroni. Tell me.
First, you have to set your financial goals.
What?
This means you must think about where you want to see yourself in the future. Maybe 1 year from now, you won't get plenty of money to be able to take care of all of your problems.
Yeah.
Or you want to be big businesswoman. But you can only reach where you want to see yourself in having more money according to the way you will plan to use your money today.
How that one already work now?
That the next step I will come into. They call it budgeting, meaning planning how to use your money the right way.
Yes, that one that true.
So you budget by making a plan that show how you will use your money. Once you take your pay or you get any money, you have to sit down to put idea together to use your money.
Yeah.
In line with the thing that you need to do for you and your family, and you will still be able to keep some.
It makes sense.
Yes, so when you make your budget, that means you have to stick to it because you plan for everything already.
That's true.
The other important thing, that's saving. Saving means to keep some money somewhere for you to use in future. Then just using all your money soon you take pay.
Okay. But this saving you're talking about, ain't that to keep the money in your safe to your house, eh?
One advice, Makumba, do not keep the money in your house or under your mattress. Yes, go to the bank house and open your saving and account. You can open 2 savings.
2 savings?
Yes. You can open 1 saving or account with any mobile phone company. Like that, you carry your money on your phone right in your own hand anywhere you going.
But why if the phone lost now?
Easy. Just go back to the mobile phone company and get your SIM card back with all your money still on it. Yes. Then you could choose to open another saving or account with a bank. Just go to any bank you like and say you want to open saving to keep your money. They will help you open an account.
Okay, but what a benefit in that one?
A bank account has many benefits. Number 1, the bank can put interest on top of your money you keeping with it.
Okay.
And because of that, you can also be able to take loan from the bank where you open your saving. With that loan money, you can make business to grow your money or do other good things for yourself.
Okay.
And when you take loan from the bank, make sure you're able to pay it back.
Yeah.
At the same time, open your eyeball to all the things that you will agree to on the loan paper. Like when you will pay back, how much you will pay every time, and then the main one, wedding business you're taking the loan money for. And you must understand the interest you will have to pay to. Yeah, after that, you can make a plan to pay back your debt. Manage the debt good.
Yeah, it will not be good you take loan, then you're not able to pay it back.
It's not correct like that, sir. Yeah, that digging hole, covering hole thing not correct because you will still be in the hole.
Yeah.
What some people do is to make sure they take a loan to put the money into something.
Able to help themselves so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family. My people, I know you already hear the good news, and then so
what kind of good news, Balepa, that brings in more money? They call it investment, so they can be able to pay
called the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, or LWEP. Is here to help 267,200 people.
Oh yes!
Out of the 267,200 people that the project will reach, they will help 36,000 women with small money for themselves. Whoa! The main idea there is to make sure that women and girls always have money on them, so they can be able to help themselves, so they can be able to help their men or their husband, their family, and their community.
Yes, it makes sense because you can only give when you have.
That's true, but the project you're talking about, that what kind of county there in?
The project in 6 counties: Bomi, Riverside, Grand Jide, Monserrado, Bapodu, and Grand Cape Mount counties.
Okay.
And it going on in 498 different communities in those counties.
So how they better doing the project now?
The project in 5 different ways. Number 1 is changing mindset or norms.
Tell us about that one.
Good. For example, man beating a woman not supposed to go to school. There's a woman that can say, if he not be me, he not love me. That kind of thing. That is they want us to change.
Yeah. Because no man supposed to beat their woman.
Yeah.
Then men should make sure women go to school. And no woman must say, if he not be me, he not like me.
Yeah.
No woman must think like that. Say, it's not correct.
It's not correct.
Then what about the second part?
The second part of the project is about the health recording.
But what did the data people then not do?
How they should help women and girls who may do wrong thing to.
You mean the way the data people will take care of us when men take advantage over us in it?
Yes! On top of that, they're even going to help schools to open health clubs so girls can be able to talk the things that matter to them.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah.
How about part 3 now?
Part 3 is where the project will give some money to help different women and girls groups, like village saving groups, farming groups, livelihood groups, people who get their late table marketing, and people who not fit to take, who cannot set. The people call them marginalized group. And like people who can walk group and things like that. All of them, they will benefit.
Me, I will look around in my community.
Yeah, Osia. I myself will find them and be a part of them too.
Yeah, you mean? Because women will not leave men behind. Here we go.
Because you know what? The project will reach 30% men and 70% women.
See, you hear it?
Yeah.
You mean I will tell plenty other women and girls so they can join the project.
That's the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, where women are helped so they can always have money in their beds.
Then, Baleba, what the other part of the project will do?
This other part of the project is where the project will give helping hand to the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection.
How?
In ways that the ministry will have records on gender-based violence cases. Then they will also have record on the different treatment or services for women and girls who some men will do bad things to.
Okay.
Then it will also help the Ministry of Agriculture to know how many women making farm, how many men making farm, where they making their farm.
Wow.
What kind of farm they making, where low land farm air, where up land farm air, all that one there.
Yeah.
Yo, what they planting, what county they having their farm in.
Fun idea.
Yeah, all that one. Yo, to make sure that all the things are happy. The government put plenty different groups together. Like Keep Liberia, Catholic Relief Services, CRS, Action Aid, Forest Community Initiative, FCR, Defense for Children International, DCR, Plan International.
So they can work with the people in the community then.
Yes! And you know something? The way they plenty groups together, one group just have to be in front of all the other groups so the project can go on.
So now what kind of group they have?
Plan International.
Plan International. They in front of the other group then, but the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection Project. And so?
Yes!
So your will, how about part 5 of the project now?
Part 5 of the project is where the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection has a project management unit that the people then who will be watching the project could know.
Yeah.
They will monitor the project, they will keep track of the project, and they will evaluate the project so the project can go on the correct way.
Whoa! Who 36,000 women to benefit from 80 million. Ha! Dana small thing.
And Dana Osia, Balekba says the Liberia Women Empowerment Project will reach 267,200 people in 5 years.
Yes! And the project is in 6 counties: Pomi, Mosorado, Babolu, Rewoses, Quenchida, and Quenchima County.
Working in 498 communities.
Yes. Now, the way the project going on, you can call 44 TDTD to tell the people how you feel about the project. Whether it's going on the correct way, whether it's not going on the correct way, call 44 TDTD so the people can know how you feel about the project.
My people, find the Liberia Women Empowerment Project right in your community and
join them. This message is from the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection with support from the World Bank.
Message there, you can follow it, and we like to say welcome again to this edition of the morning ride. We certainly here. So Liberians, there have been much talk of reason and concerning, some other reports, some information out in the public with some of our institutions of high integrity that should be writing the necessary points to make sure that we don't have a waste or abuse of public resources within some of the ministry and agency. So you have auditors who are assigned there to make sure that fiscal discipline and management are well practiced and are here to. That when people work or people find themselves in position, money should be given to people who work for you, people who were being contracted. But, the Internal Audit Agency of recent have come under huge criticism for some of the things that they have done over the period of time. And Liberians have all been eager to hear. And some of the reports are so shocking. Some Liberians will sit down and wonder, how did we get here? How did some of these things happen? And all of these things, they got the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter reports. All of these things are out there in the public. But we want to look at one of these things this morning, and you can do your own analysis, because they have already denied the reports. They have already report the issue statement is false, it's misleading. In one of the reports on the IAA, especially pointing to the Director General of the IAA, who have recently been in the news for probably all of the wrong reasons and not exposing institutions of government who've been wasteful, abusing government resources, but they are now under the spotlight. And these things, too many folks are concerned about being under the spotlight, and the recently trashed or rubbish such report in the media about corruption at the entity there regarding vehicle rental contract. They are renting vehicles
calling them to take documents to the Ministry of Finance or to take auditors in the fee to do some other things. They are renting vehicle. And you come to think about this before we even go in detail. Yeah. And making sure, and the sole intent is to make sure that they get it right, the necessary checkpoint, make sure that administration work and be able to use the money for the intended purpose. But now you're telling us you got to the position, the entire company are calling to you for vehicle rental services. In their clarification, so the contract which ran from April to June 30, from April to June 30, 2025, they sat and discussed the rental fee at US $65 per day and applied according to them only to days when the vehicle are used. That's according to the agency. And in a month, with that calculated, the maximum they were paying $1,950 per month. And now, document and other things shows this company is owned by his wife. So you see what's happening. And people are asking, what was the bidding process? Because there are a lot of Liberia-owned or car rental services in Liberia. Did you go through the PPCC? What you put out a bid? Let's see the capacity. Let's see what sort of services these people were rendering. You see. So my parents started to ask. And you must listen well. This is something that is troubling. This is something that we have seen for a long time. Our officials most often reportedly will hire themselves and they deny other Liberian-owned businesses of growing only because they have vested interest into a particular area. But sometimes you see the ministry or the agency, they are having working law, can prepare nice food. They will prefer to give the money to that woman, to his wife, who will gather some other young people from the community, call some other women that can help to cook the food, put it in pickup, or shadow one little car carry, time for the breakfast, time for lunch, and all of these things. So we'll do these things and we don't empower. We'll do these things and we don't empower Liberian-owned businesses. You already working, earning money. You got your relative reportedly sitting on the other side doing business. Maybe because one or two of their colleagues will agree with you based on the kind of a relationship you're having, and one of the bosses there too will not be in that kind of thing because he wants it to be open, that you will have to justify. So even if the business is duly registered, that's a big entity over there. You cannot go behind the scene and have 2-3 men meeting and a war contract to one company for vehicle rental services to enhance the work. What happened to all of the vehicles over the years? Why are we running institutions in the country like, for every time there's a new government or after this regime, the next person comes there, next thing you know, you notice that this person will act like they were never there before, you've been around long, then you just decide to do your own thing. Your government will allow budget to run that institution. International support will come to run the institution. And you still go into car rental business. And when these things come to the public, the only thing I have to do, oh no. If you're taking $1,950 per month for car rental services, do the calculation a whole year. You see? The Director General, Honorable Kimmel, he's there. Fingers pointing at him, finger pointing at his deputy. The two of them, the Director General and the Director for Administration, the two of them are the ones, or probably the other person who, all of them, they work in line with the other person, they will close the other person up. Look at the HR report. You know how many of your employees do not even have application letter, unemployment letter, credential or missing? The pay grade, you do, two set of pay system. The president needs to look to that area. That's plain. That's an integrity error. So when we hear a small sound, nobody should take it lightly. Healthcare delivery system, nobody will be left behind. No matter where you live in Liberia, nobody will be left behind to receive a better education. We will have better security. But when we start to do these things, you open the floodgate for people to manipulate and maneuver in the system and do the ungodly things. Do you know how many persons in this country that work, that do not even earn $65 United States dollar a month, and you want to rent car for $65 a day? Sometimes for experience, sometimes before we do so many things, we need to do a proper calculation and look outside. Sometimes when you're standing outside in your office there, you just hold the curtain and look down and see how people are walking and see some of the things that are on their faces. Yeah. You see the contract ran from April to June 30th. And you're having an agreement that the rental fee is $65 per day. And according to him, so